Now the one area, see if I can tilt the camera here, the one area that was tricky to get into was the space right there between this black bar and the actual edge of the key. Down inside this groove is where the key lip is, and that area was very, very dirty. The way we ended up cleaning that was you can take a Q-tip and just pull the excess cotton off the end of it, and then it's narrow enough to fit in that slot, and get it wet with a little bit of Windex or whatever cleaner you're using, and you can slide it back and forth. You can slide it back and forth in that groove, and you're going to need several of them as you go down the line, because that's an area that never gets cleaned, and you'll love the results when you see it. Okay, so now the entire organ's been wiped down with the different products. We've got all the dirt and dust off of it, and we want to make it shine just a little bit more. And a trick that we found that worked really well, there's nothing else to do with the keys. They don't need to be polished. You don't want to wax them. They'll become too slippery. Same thing with the preset keys. Down here on this end, you can see we've got a pretty good shine going here on these now. We did not polish them. We did not buff them. We just simply cleaned them with a mild cleaner. Again, you don't want to wipe any of these keys with a dry rag. You run the risk of scratching them. They're pretty durable, but you'll still run the risk. You want to make sure you're using some type of fluid or product. Same thing on these metal end caps. This particular organ has metal end caps. Some of them are going to have wood. I'll talk about what we did to clean the metal. We wiped it down with a cleaner, and we thought we had it pretty clean. Same thing with this black panel that runs here, and the face panel with the Hammond logo. You want to be careful around the logo because it is silk screened on there. We were concerned that if we rubbed too hard we were going to rub it off, and that gives the organ its character. To get these to shine the way we've got them now, and actually to protect them a little bit, we used just a basic liquid carnauba wax. It's actually a car wax. And believe it or not, we thought we had a clean surface. But then when I applied the wax, you apply it in a circular motion according to the instructions, let it dry, and then buff it off. Applying it, the rag just turned black, which told us we had a lot more that we could do to clean these surfaces. And we applied that wax to this black panel, to the knobs, not to the tabs, but to the panel between them. We applied it to these end caps, and it just came out fantastic. And that's really all you need to do. When it's all said and done, you can go through and give all the wood a nice coat of wax, which will give it this shine. Give this wood a nice coat of wax. Don't forget the front rail. Again, you clean that the way we cleaned all the other wood. The Leslie switches we clean the same way. These are plastic, and the knob actually comes off. You can just pull that off and clean it as well. These were pretty gummed up. We wanted to make sure that everything was clean, so you can polish them out. The lettering tends to get black from finger grease. A toothbrush works fantastic to get that clean. These corners, the same way. If you go in there with a Q-tip, you can get all the dirt out of those corners, and you're good to go. So there it is. Finished product. Looks pretty good. Actually looks good as new. It's the Hammond A105.